Hello everyone, this is Daniel Lachey. Hi all FasterEFT friends. Uh, Today I received a request from someone on YouTube. I don't remember their name, but they wrote me that it would be awesome if I could make a video where I tell you, all FasterEFT friends, of all the problems, circumstances, repetitive patterns, issues, etc. That I had before I found FasterEFT and how that has changed today. So I wrote you a little list. Um, I thought I would begin with a few issues here today and few behaviors that I had. You know, of course, before I began my FasterEFT journey, I was intensely addicted to something I call hate media. Now, hate media is everything from the daily news to all those channels and videos on YouTube that are dedicated to spreading messages of whatever it is that we don't want and etc etc. At some point, as I was doing regular sessions, at some point I just naturally found that not only do I not feel any feelings of offense from their opinions or whatever they are and whatever they say about anyone, but I'm naturally not even interested in that anymore. So I haven't watched hate media, naturally and automatically have no interest for those things anymore. That's a big step for me. I remember back then I used to always find myself going to nightclubs each Friday and Saturday. And of course, in nightclubs, I always seem to get into conflict with someone in one way or another. It was a lot of emotionally charged situations. At some point during my regular sessions with practitioners, I just found myself there too, naturally and automatically not having any interest in nightclubs. Today, I can't even believe that I once would spend my Friday evening in a nightclub where I could spend it in so many other beautiful ways. Mm. So, one of the things that I always had was that the staff in restaurants and cafeterias I went to and every other service place I went to was always quite rude to me, and they were never quite nice, and they were never smiling. And of course I felt that was out of control, and I kind of avoided restaurants as much as I could because of this issue that I had about that. At some point there too, that has changed. I mean, the places, cafeterias and restaurants that I go to today, the staff, they remember my name. They ask me how I'm doing. They give me genuine kindness, friendship. Um, they are they're very nice to me just by having released the emotional charge inside myself. Having released all those emotional charges that I had inside myself. That has changed. Um, yeah, I'm like best friends with the people in the restaurants and cafes that I go to. We're like friends. It wasn't like that before. Um, one of the issues I always had when I was out, strangers seemed to always pick a fight with me, especially when I stood in a line. I've always found myself in an argument with someone saying that I hadn't stood in the line, and that too has changed. Today, I haven't, never, ever since then been in such a discussion with anybody. Everything's smooth, everything is so smooth now. And of course, I had this huge fear of being corrected, and I always found the ones who could correct me, who thought I was wrong, um, and that has changed completely. Not only do I not get corrected, but I'm also so much better at remembering facts now. And even if someone does correct me, which almost hasn't happened since then, I just don't even notice it. I was on the verge of homelessness because my mom constantly barraged me that I don't have a work, I gotta work, I cannot live here on her. Uh, that argument was always there. I remember My mom used to write on the calendar. She used to write, this date, 2 weeks from now, you're gonna find your own place, or what, if you don't, I don't care. You gotta get out. And just by releasing my stuff with Elana Michelson and other practitioners today, my mom doesn't even mention that I have to work or not to work or anything about financial or emotional pressure. That has changed completely. And my mom is the sweetest person now to me. That wasn't the case before. She always was I was always heavily criticized by Nahid, heavily judged, heavily criticized, heavily, yelled at. Today she's the sweetest person. She's changed completely. And the girls that I met also heavily harassed me and abused me. They were always flipping out on me for something and blaming me. The girls, and I didn't feel good about that. The girls I meet now are genuinely happy, peaceful. They take care of me. They're nice to me. They give me so much genuine love and appreciation and affection. And I talked with my friend about this. Yeah, I do live in a completely different world just by having released the emotional charge inside myself. I attract something much better. I see completely different types of people in my world experience now. Of course, I had this build-up of so much emotional shit that I had this thing where I used to flip out and just yell out loud from my whole lungs. And this caused a lot of turmoil in my family. My brother was upset, my mom was upset, why does this happen, etc. At some point, that emotional charge is gone. I've never done that since then. I can't even believe I once had that problem. That is completely gone. I'm so at peace most of the time inside me. Of course, the friends I had both in world and on Facebook, they weren't very nice. Most of them were just like me, focused on hate media. Most of them flipped out for nothing. There was always emotional anger around. Things were never nice. At some point, I think it was at my second session with Elana, even that early, that I found myself just naturally and automatically removing them all and begin adding FasterEFT people. Today, I only hang out with FasterEFT people on Facebook. If someone wants to hang out with me, I just don't want to unless they're really nice people, which my friends are, and I hang out with them. So that's one thing. I could not fall asleep before 3 to 4 a.m. in the morning. I just couldn't. It was not good. It was horrible. I just woke up at 10 or 11 every day, and this was a bit my big thing. I couldn't get past that to release it. And of course today that's different. At midnight, between 11 to midnight, I'm asleep. Every morning I'm up at 6 a.m. Naturally, I'm up at 6 a.m. No matter what time I fall asleep, I'm up at 6 a.m. So of course I can work, I can make money during the day, I can do all types of fun things. So my rhythm has changed completely. And one problem I had was that I felt suicidal if I did not meet girls and hang out with friends regularly. And often I picked the wrong girls. With this emotional charge that I had inside me caused me to be very needy and insecure around friends and around girls. And so I kept picking the wrong girls. It caused me to keep picking the wrong girls. Now today I'm completely at peace with being single. I can't even remember when I thought a thought that I must have a girl to date or see. And I'm actually planning to stay single. I'm not planning to get a girlfriend or anything. That's how at peace I am with the present moment now. Genuinely and authentically at peace with the present moment. That I feel absolutely there's no neediness left at all. Yeah, expert at picking the wrong people, wrong places, upset, why do I end up with the wrong people all the time? Today that's gone completely. I was called mean things wherever I went. I seemed to find someone seemed to find me to harass me and call me mean things. and that's completely gone today. I get so much genuine respect and love and appreciation, and I notice I'm not in the same types of places as before. I'm in completely different types of places. That feels awesome. I should put up a picture of me before I found FasterEFT. I didn't look that very good. Of course, let's say I was 22, 4 years, let's say I was 23. If I look at a picture today of where I was 23, on those pictures I looked like 40 years old, and the people I met continuously told me, Daniel, you look like you're 40 years old. No offense, but you look like you're 40 years old. I can't believe you're 23. Today I'm 27. I look at a picture of me today, or look myself in the mirror and put it next. I actually did this today. I put it next to a picture of me when I was 23, and I was struck. I was astonished at how much smoother my face is, how much genuinely happy and just lighter my face is. When I was 23, I look at my face, it looked like someone who's been through so much, someone who has so much, carrying so much heavy burdens inside themselves. So that is interesting that I look so much younger today, so much happier, so much sexier, so much more handsome. And I get this from people all the time, regularly. They tell me I look good. Daniel, you look good. You look really good. I did not get that before. Before I found FasterEFT and applied it, I did not get that. I always got, at best, kind of sarcastic or mean statements about my looks. And that is changed today. So these were a few things that I wanted to note. I was also not at peace with not working today. Whether I work or not, I'm at peace. I'm making these videos. I could not do that before. I'm happy journaling every day. I'm exercising every day. I'm doing all these fantastic things. And it's just getting better and better. So that's one thing I wanted to share with you. So thank you, that's all for me. I hope to see you again. Wishing you all the best in everything you do. This is Daniel Lachey. Ciao.